So, thank you all very much for coming back to the Cherno Journo interviews. This next one is with Liam Lawless, and we're going to be talking about their first murders. This interview is conducted at the picturesque top of Devil's Castle, which is a great location.
I am the Cherno Journo. Do not fire. The Cherno Journo is coming up. Oh no!
Hey, what's up?
Hello! I'm coming up! There is a zombie convention down here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Who has a frag grenade? Throw it down. No, they'll be fine down there. Do not be afraid, I am in a ghillie. But I am
we
safe.
are too. Don't be afraid of us.
Hey, it's a ghillie convention. Hello, gentlemen.
How you doing?
I am the
Hello.
Cherno Journo. We finally meet.
That's wonderful.
I salute you.
Love your
I'm
videos,
Lawless.
man.
I'm the one that was coordinating all this, and this is my friend Liam.
Okay. John, or Lawless, and Liam. It is nice to see you both. Okay, so, welcome to the Cherno Journo channel, guys. Let's see, what do you want to talk about here? You want to talk about your first murder, betrayal?
I guess we'll go on the first murder. I mean, my first murders were, like, I was playing on a private hide because I didn't want to risk, going and playing on a big boy hive. So, I meet up with this dude, and we teamed up, and me, him, and some other guy were, like, walking around. And, we're in Elektro, right? And I'm like, dude, all I have is an axe. So we're running around Elektro. We go into the fire station, but before that, I had found a revolver. So I put on the revolver, and we walk up. So what my friend does, he has a G17 that he found in the fire station earlier, in Lee Enfield, and he pulls out the Lee Enfield and the G17 just starts shooting through the bottom of the floor. And, these people are obviously frightened now, and they start shooting back down through the floor, and the bullets are going everywhere. So, I'm walking up, he walks up the stairs. I was like, dude, you're gonna get capped. He's like, yeah, but it's a private hive, I don't care. I have bloodlust. So, he goes up, he gets one of them, comes back down, I give him a blood bag. He goes back up, gets headshotted. I'm like, okay, I know there's one more up there, because I wasn't sure if there was two or one. I thought there was one, but there was the second one. At this point, our dude in the bottom, which I thought was hilarious, he's like, dude, are you okay up there? And it was the funniest thing. And I go, no, not really at the moment. So my friend had, like, his body was accessible, so I grabbed the Lee Enfield from it, and I kind of turn up, and it was like, it felt like 1,000 years went by, but it was all within the span of a second. I zoom in on his head, and he's looking straight at me, and I cap him. And, I'm celebrating, like, oh shit, this is my first murder, this is my first, like, gunfight. And, like, I take the spoils of war, and, I go and bandage my friend who's on the floor, and he's like, shit, what happened up there? And, we're sitting around, and then we go back into Elektro, and I'm running, and I was like, dude, we need some blood bags, some morphine and stuff. And he's like, okay. So we're running into Elektro, and this is where the second one happens. Dude's like, oh, dude, I'm friendly, and, I see one, and I see another one who's sitting on top of the office, or whatever that building is in the Elektro, and he's like, I don't hear him talk, and I'm like, oh god, he's in a perfect perching position. I just turn around, I fire one off, and it happens to hit him in the head. And the last thing I hear was, fuck you, asshole. So, those were my first two murders.
Did you feel guilty about either of those people that you killed that didn't seem to really present a threat to you at that point?
Not really. The first one I was like, yeah, he was a threat for sure. The second one, I thought it was funny. I was just like, ah, whatever. Just another DayZ experience, I guess, because, I mean, I was so tired of getting cabbed. I mean, if it was, err on the side of caution, it definitely was. So, I mean, I really don't care. It was more of a, like, shoot first, ask questions later, which, you know, we kind of live by, but...
And Liam, how about you? Have you had to murder anyone?
Yeah, I have. So, it starts out, yeah, when you're at the Northwest Airfield, John. I'll tell that one. Alright, so John's out raiding the Northwest Airfield. He's in the barracks. He's, like, creeping up.
Okay,
here's the
prelude. I am like 50 meters away from the barracks, and I see someone. I was like, oh shit, man. And I was sitting there for at least 10 minutes, and I was like, dude, I see this guy. I have the drop on him. And I just sit there, and I'm just sitting there under a pine tree, just waiting for this guy to go. And I was gonna kill him. Yeah, I'm not even gonna like try to admit that I was just waiting for him to leave. I was gonna kill him. And I was like, okay, so I'm waiting, and he comes out and he lays down, and we're looking straight at each other, and I'm like, no, there's no way he can see me. There's no way he's looking at me right now. I hear, and I'm dead, and I'm like, ah, wonderful. So Liam comes to the rescue at this point.
Alright, so I'm at Prude at the time, hunting for animals or something. I can't remember what I was doing. Getting food, I think it was. So John tells me, he's just like, dude, I just got a shot. I'm like, whoa, where at? This is still like my first week of playing. So he's like, alright, I was at the Northwest Airfield near the barracks. You need to come and get my body and kill this guy. So I start my trek there. From Prude, it's probably about 3 clicks maybe a little less. So I start my trek there. I sit on the outside and I'm being cautious as hell. I'm about 200 meters away, and I start coming through the gaps in the fence, then past the concrete wall. And then I'm just like, alright John, so where did you die at? And he's like, oh, it was by like a little fence near the barracks. So I'm moving around, trying to get a good view on it. I see his body. There's 2 guys looting it, going prone on the ground. I have my DMR out. I scope in. I'm just like, alright, I don't know if they're alive or not, but I'm gonna take the shot. So I pop the first guy. Boom, headshot. He's dead. The second guy starts rolling away. He had no idea where I was, but he was aware that someone was shooting at him. So his teammate's dead. His buddy's gone. He starts rolling away. I take a few shots at him. Couldn't hit him. He was gone within seconds. He just up and left. I was still sitting there for maybe 10-15 minutes, just making sure he was completely gone. Waiting for John to get back. We go, get the bodies, and we get out of there. So I didn't feel guilty whatsoever for killing that guy. He deserved it. He was messing with John. So I just went for him.
Yeah, so essentially that's a revenge kill there. And, as you say, there's no guilt in that. Did you at any point worry about the fact that the other guy would come back, or that, because Northwest Airfield is usually where squads and groups of people are, so that he could have backup or someone else?
Yeah, that's especially what I was worried about when I was first going there, because John only saw 1 guy, and I turn up and I see 2. I didn't know if they had anyone else with them, if it was just them, if anyone else heard the shot. There was at least probably no less than 10 people on the server at the time, so anyone could have been there, anyone could have heard those shots. As you said, it was more of a revenge kill, and we were trying to get his stuff back, but I think we did get a few decent guns and some pretty good loot out of the deal as well. I was being cautious until we got out of there, because I didn't know if this guy was going to go back get help. I didn't know what he was doing. He could have a vehicle for all I know. So yeah, it was pretty pretty amazing for my first kill.
Guys, thank you once again.
Yeah, not raining right now.
Yeah,
Salute
see you, man.
both.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Always happy to meet fans and share the stories.
And so as I left Liam Lawless up here at the top of Devil's Castle, their stories just remind me of the importance of friendship in DayZ. The fact that you really just can't leave a man behind, and as Liam said in his story, he basically risked his own life and limb to protect John's body and to avenge John's death. And so DayZ seems to show that it has its own sort of moral code here, where murders can be justified if it's essentially because someone fired at you or it's to avenge a friend's death. This is the Cherno Journo. Out.